Been. This episode is going to be on Hallows End. If you're an achievement hoarder, then you already have the Brewmaster achievement. And now I'm going to show you how I, a level 76 paladin, ended up getting the Hallowed achievement. Why am I level 76, you may ask? You see, I had not been bothered at all since the start of Wrath of the Lich King release, and had to hurriedly install Rested XP, and grind to get the bare minimum level to complete this achievement. So, I set off on my quest, I got to level 76, and Hallows End began. So let's get into why you're all here. Getting the achievements for Hallows End so you don't have to wait an extra year for that Violet Proto-Drake. In total, you'll need to get 11 achievements, so let's start with the easy ones. The first is Trick or Treat. For this one, you need to go to an inn and complete a candy bucket quest. This will give you a handful of candy that includes buffs to hit, spell power, and defense. These only last for 14 days, and we're going to be getting a lot of them, so use them generously. While you're grabbing the candy buckets, it's best to trick or treat with the innkeeper every hour. This will give you the chance of either being tricked to become transformed into a costume, or give you a treat bag that contains a lot of items you'll need. From the treat bags, you'll be able to get 2 achievements, and these are That Sparkling Smile, which you'll be able to get a toothpick from, and then use, simple as, and the Mask Task. This one I accidentally got from a bag, so I didn't record myself getting it. There is one additional achievement that you can get from treat bags called A Mask for All Occasions, which requires you to get all 20 masks. But it's not required for the achievement, so if you have it, then congrats you, madman. Venturing outside of your capital city, you can see that the Headless Horseman is burning down the local villages, and it's your responsibility to grab a bucket and put out the fire. Extinguishing the fires will give you the achievement, the Savior of Hallows End. And most importantly, when completing this for the first time, you'll get a one-off extra summon of the Headless Horseman. Having slayed the Headless Horseman on his rampage, it's time to go to Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. This is the reason I had to go to level 76. The minimum level to summon the boss is 75, and if you're below that, you cannot summon the boss, and you're completely dead weight to your team. So it was my job to prove my worth, and show that I'm the best paladin in Mograine EU. In that vein, I went over there, forgot to add my seal, and died early on, doing barely any damage. Thankfully, my party killed it anyway, and I got the achievement, Bring me the head of... Oh wait. But we're far from done with the Headless Horseman. Each day, with a party of 5, you can kill him up to 5 times, with additional attempts if party members grab the first time quest. There are 2 more achievements you can get from the Headless Horseman. These are... Out With It, where you need to eat a bunch of tricky treats that the Headless Horseman drops until you throw up. And there's also Sinister Calling, where you need to get a Sinister Squashling and a Hallowed Helm, which are blue drops from the Headless Horseman. These both have an 8% drop rate, so good luck. Also, you'll want to pick up the weighted Jack-o'-lanterns, since these will be useful for another achievement. Other reasons you'll want to kill the Headless Horseman are the rings, which are good for spell power and melee DPS. The Horseman's Horrific Helm, which is a unique-looking helm that has decent stats and lets out a laugh. Also, there's the Headless Horseman's Hateful Blade. And last but not least, there is the mount. It's a cool as heck flying horse that I want more than anything. If you get this mount, leave it in the comments so I can slash spit on you. Considering this mount, you'll want to do the Headless Horseman each day. Luckily enough, I got enough guild members to take pity on me to boost me through it, despite my abysmal DPS. But the mount still eludes me. Moving on, let's complete the rest of the achievements. First of which is the Masquerade. To complete this achievement, I got all my friends. I paid a guy about 200 gold to transform me into all the different costumes. Cheaper ways to do this include convincing your raid to use their wands on you, or party members for the Headless Horseman. However, this requires interacting with actual human beings. So just pay the guy in the capital city and be done with it. The next is Check Your Head. In 2022 Blizzard, there still exists an achievement where you have to target individuals based on their body type, and throw pumpkins on their heads. The best way to do this is to ride around Dalaran and target everyone you can. If you're on a one-sided mega server like Gehenna's, I don't know, go to Wintergrasp or something. Next we're off to Undercity, where for the Horde side you need to complete the quests. These are Stinking Up Southshore and Rotten Eggs and Ruined Kegs. For this one, you'll need to throw stink bombs in Southshore, and hand in the quest at the kegs within the Southshore Inn. Once you've done this, you'll get the achievement Rotten Hallow. With 2 achievements to go, we have the Tricks and Treats of Azeroth. For this achievement, you will have to go to all the candy buckets in the Eastern Kingdom, Kalimdor, and Outland. Thankfully, they spared us Northrend. Doing this will grant you around 10k XP and 6 gold, or around 20 gold if you're maximum level, so it's worth it for all kinds of players. To make the achievement easier, you can see the candy buckets on Questy, so you'll be able to easily track which inns you need to go to. Just remember to open the handful of candy after receiving it, since it's a unique item and you won't be able to complete the quest until it's opened. The last achievement I got was Nerd Rage. I hadn't done PvP in WoW since Classic, so my first instinct was to go to Alterac Valley. I remember large-scale battles with plenty of honor to be gained. Nowadays it seems you need to rush the objective and get yelled at if you do anything differently. So I went to Wintergrasp, got the nerd buff, and stood in the middle of combat, finally completing the Hallowed Be Thy Name achievement. Did you get this achievement? Let me know in the comments. I don't expect more than 2, so I'll respond to you all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and happy Halloween.